Good morning, my little potato chips. How are you? It's wee Paddy from across the shuck, and I hope you're all well. Well, as promised, a wee video on this marbles knife that was kindly given to me by one of my subs. We'll call him David. That's all he wants to be known as, and I'm quite happy for that. He knows who he is, and what he done, he actually asked me that he would pay for a couple of knives from Heine. He gave me a budget and he said, would you buy them? I couldn't even go to his budget. His budget was fantastic. But I got two lovely. I got a marbles and a rough rider, and I'm over the moon with that. That really helps out the channel. It's a video a week that I don't have to look for or I don't have to pay for, because we all know it's a bit expensive running the channel. But not complaining about that. It's my hobby. But this sort of things help. Really, really helps out. So it's a marbles, and it comes in the normal marbles box, and it's the MR609, and that stands for this little beautiful knife. Isn't that just good? Look at the green bone in this. Now, I was never really a green colour person, but I'm really getting into it because there's so many beautiful colours of green out there in pocket knives. It's got that lovely bomb shield with marbles written on it, nickel silver bolsters. It's got threaded lines across the top and the bottom bolster. Just beautiful. Now, a copperhead is this shape at the top, and it's supposed to look like a copperhead snake. I have no idea, never really seen one. But what it does is it enables the blade tangs to be completely covered by the bolster, which is lovely. It stops especially I just throw this in my pocket, and it stops you getting caught up in anything in your pocket, or any loose change doesn't get trapped down behind the score blades. But just a really, really nice pattern. And Pete over at what's Pete's channel? Good gosh, my brain has gone again. I'm frozen. New Jersey Pete. I couldn't think of his name there. New Jersey knife. Look at the back spring on this. Look, this knife is under, or about £20. I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was between 15 and £20. How beautiful is that? How beautiful is that? Are they perfectly lined? No, but they're both not touching the sides. There's no rubbing. The brass is beautifully done. Everything about it, the hafting especially, along that back spine and round to the termination here, is beautifully done. Beautiful, really, really beautifully done. And the blades themselves are just gorgeous. We'll have a look at them in a minute. But I do like the Copperhead, and say Pete turned me on to it. It wasn't a knife I had. So here we go. Here's the main clip point, which is, I would nearly call this a Turkish clip because it actually does have a bit of a swoop to it, rather than the American California clip, which just seems to be a straight blade. This actually has that turned up Turkish. I could be completely blooming wrong. You know me. But there we have marbles, quality knives, and it's on the tang stamp marbles. But quality is the name of the game here. These are made probably in the same factory as Rough Riders. They're a Smoky Mountain Knife Works now who owns them. So they're very, very similar. I'll show you a Smoky one in a minute. They're very similar, very close. Not exactly the same, but very similar. So you have that beautiful thin Turkish clip for getting in little tight places. Then you have just an ordinary, beautiful clip blade. They have the lovely match strike pulls. I do love match strike pulls. I love it. And that's a lovely blade. It really is nice. Really lovely blade indeed. Now, these are all going to get marked up creams in my hand, so don't worry too much about it. I love the bomb shield, and the action is all right. This the main big clip is not great, but, it goes down. I don't care. That price. This one's much better. There's a better spring in that. But I've oiled these out a little bit, but I'll probably get it to work a little bit better the more I clean it. But it's fine. Absolutely. Look, I don't need it to be any better than that there. And the nice thing about marbles too, and Rough Rider, they usually have the nice long tang. So when you're holding it, it is beautiful because these blades are tucked away. It is just a really comfortable work knife. Incredibly comfortable. And I mean, this is the blade I would use mostly, the bigger clip, and I would leave that for more delicate jobs if I needed. But I mean, that's it. Look at that walk and talk. On a knife, again, £20. You really, really would find it hard to fault the knife. what size is it? Okay, the main blades are both the same. They're both under 3 inches right up to the hilt. So they're completely UK legal and no locking device, no nothing else. It is just a beautiful UK legal knife. I'm going to open the both blades up here and just set it down because I'm going to place, there's that one there, and I'm going to place the Rough Riders version here. So there you go. You can see the Rough Rider version. The blades, this is more what I call a California clip. It's got a nice swedge on the top and bottom, which I prefer. I wish this one had the swedge, but it doesn't. They're just two different blades. There's no writing on the blade. It's got that stupid big R again. But when you look at these two knives together, the difference of not having the big R, just to me, makes this a much more classy carry, in my eyes. That's all it is, just my eyes. My view, it just looks like a classier knife. They are two beautiful knives, two great working knives that's going to last you your day without a problem. 440A, like all the Rough Riders come in, and the marbles. But they just are, it's just value for money. And I say I don't have many green knives in my collection. Here's another two-bladed one I have. This is a number 15 pattern. This is from GEC, and you can see this is the one that has the comb on it and the barber on there, which is beautiful. But the difference, here's the difference, the only real difference, the steel is better, 1095 on this. But there's where you'd notice the difference big time, and it's the jigging on the bone. This is lovely bone. This is top class. This is first class bone. But this is over £100. This is 20 quid. So, I mean, it's like comparing chalk and cheese. You just can't compare them. And you're buying just through choice, because does this cut any better than this? Probably a wee bit, the thinner blade stock, and 1095 rather than 440. But not that much that is going to... I'm just going to go off on a bit of a rant here. For a little pocket knife, as long as the thing cuts and you can sharpen it easy, there's nothing wrong with it. And the difference is quality, the high class finish, the blade alignments is so much nicer on these than these. But for 20 quid, that to me, that is stunning. I love it. I've been carrying it this morning. I just think they made an absolutely super job. So marbles are, they're lifting the game as much as Rough Rider are, because they're probably in the same factory. It's as simple as that. I think they're in the same factory, but again, maybe somebody can put me right on that. But do you want to spend £20 or £100 odd? And that's the question a lot of people ask. And a lot of people just want to spend £20. And are you going to get a good deal? You bet your dollar. That is just a cracker. I love it. I love carrying it. And I'm not going to go on talking about it forever and ever. It's just a fabulous knife. They're in Heine hands at the moment. Just cracking. I highly recommend it. The blade steel, let me just see if I can get a wee bit of, let me just move you here, sorry. I just want to see if I can get a wee bit of paper out and cut for you. Here we go. I have a wee bit of paper there. Now, oh, my tripod's collapsing on me. Let me get a wee bit, this is just a wee bit of receipt paper. Oh, a wee bit of receipt. Look at that. Now, all I've done is strop this. I haven't sharpened it. I stropped it on a piece of leather, and it is absolutely razor sharp. Cut behind the camera, which is never good. Absolutely beautiful. That will last you all day long in my world. And so there you go. I'm finished. It's a quick video, but it might be a quick video, but it's by no any lesser a knife. Definitely not. That is a gorgeous example of a budget cracker. There you go. Take care. Paddy's away. Wee cup of tea as per normal, and I'll see you at the next video. Take care. Bye-bye now.